Welcome, everybody. I'd like to call to order the regular city council meeting of December 2025 to order. Ms. Cassandra.
Mayor David Romero,
Here.
Councilor Marvin Martinez,
Present.
Councilor Barbara Casey, Councilor Michael Montoya, Councilor David Olivari.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We do have a quorum.
David Marquez, would you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Casey.
For the moment of silence today, let us keep in mind the reason for celebrating Christmas and this time of year, and give thanks for all the good things that we have that come to us from our personal beliefs, our families, and our Creator. Also, thank the people of Las Vegas for all the wonderful things that they do for each other and for the community. And also thank all the employees of the city of Las Vegas for the work that they have done to make our city look inviting and beautiful for this special season. Amen.
Mr. Mayor, approval of the agenda. I do have a recommendation from Mr. City Manager to remove business item number 5, which is the Novo Solutions contract, and that will be placed on our next week's meeting on December 17th.
Okay. Mr. Burr. Councilman Montoya.
I move that we approve the agenda with those changes, removing item number 5 off the agenda. Thank you.
Motion by Councilman Montoya, second by Councilor Martinez. Are there amendments to that? None. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. The ayes have it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving on to our next item, public input. We have no public input this evening. Moving on to our mayor's appointments, reports, recognitions, and proclamations.
As far as report, first off, I want to start off, to thank all the staff for the work and the effort, specifically Public Works, Parks, and everybody that has been involved in, specifically for the events that we had over the past couple of weeks, the tree lighting and then our light parade, the Luces en el Rio. You guys did an awesome job. Our community, not only our community, but I think others that are visiting, actually coming to visit this community. They're very appreciative of what you guys have done, because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that got it all done. So thank you guys. Another thank you to all the staff. I know during Thanksgiving, you guys did an awesome job, gathered some turkeys and delivered them to the community. So thank you guys for all of that. I think shows an effort as to what we're doing within the community. We're not just taking care of the city, but we're taking care of those that are most vulnerable. So thank you guys. As far as updated reports, I did reach out to the governor's office. I know we have the legislative session coming up, so I'm trying to set up a meeting in preparation with the governor for that. So I'll keep you guys updated on that one as soon as I hear back from that. Next up, what I'd like to do, I know he's in the audience, and I'll go ahead and let Councilman Montoya do this. Mr. James Lima, if you don't mind coming up. Mr. James Lima is the manager of Walmart. And Councilman Montoya, if you don't mind presenting this.
Thank you.
Council.
Thank you very much. Come up here, man. Don't mind. Well, on behalf of Mayor and Council, Mayor Romero and City Council, City of Las Vegas, we want to really recognize you and thank you for all the you do for the community. I know you guys give up year round to the schools, to Highlands, and to organizations, to the shelter, to the City of Las Vegas, Luces del Rio, all the donations that you have given us throughout the whole year. We really do appreciate that effort. I think Walmart has come a long time personally, a long ways in the last few years. I think that you're become part of our community.
Thank you.
So in that, we recognize you to Walmart Supermarket and appreciations of your service and donations to the community throughout the whole year.
Presented to you this day, the 10th day of December, Mayor David Romero. Thank you.
We'd love to say a few words that, I mean, we'd appreciate that, so, good job.
So can we get a picture? Maybe, Counselor, you don't mind standing up or?
To turn my chair around. So the roll.
I just want to add, one of the other reasons we want to acknowledge you, Mr. James, is that, we've gone through some water crises. And we've been in a very vulnerable position, and you have really stepped up a couple times. You reached out to Walmart, the corporation, and you guys have actually donated semi-loads of water to our community, and that means a lot. And I think that's what Walmart's business model is to be part of the community. And every time that we've asked, and I know that I've asked, you've always been there for us. So thank you so much, on behalf of the community, the governing body, and I'll let them speak because I know we all have great words. Sometimes corporations come into small communities and there's holdback of, well, we shouldn't allow them, but Walmart has been a part of this community. And, we thank you for that. So again, thank you for all you do, and corporation for what they've done to be part of this community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for everything that you do for the community and others.
All right, you guys mind? Just
Like say anything? Oh, I really appreciate it. It's been welcoming just coming here. I'm a city person coming to a small town, so it's definitely been a change of pace for me, getting to know everybody, and I'm seeing the same faces multiple times a week. It's been really nice, so I appreciate everything. So I'm working on some other things too. I know they reached out just a week ago. I'm working with Coke to try to do a little bit more as well for more and stuff like that. So there's more to come. So not finished.
Thank you.
So, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks again. The governing body, if you guys have a few words, and if not, Mr. City Manager. Councilman Martinez.
Mayor, but just echo the sentiments of the mayor and council and very much appreciate when businesses step up and take care of the community and help out. So big thanks to you again. Echo the sentiment of the mayor and council.
Mr. Mayor, yeah, thank you. I do also want to say thank you, and that's a great partnership to have with a local corporation. We know that you have a big job to fill out there at Walmart, and it's a lot of moving parts, but you always continue to help our community in many ways. So again, thank you from my Ward 4, definitely, and the water that was donated during those times of need. So again, thanks, and I'm glad that you're here to accept that award.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lima, for everything that you do for the community. We appreciate it greatly, your generosity and your kindness and your warm heart for the people of this area, warm our hearts. And so thank you so very much for everything that you do. And we hope you stay here for a long time.
Thank you, Mr. Manager, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. I forget your name. Anyway, we do have a lot of Hispanic people around here, all over, from here, from all over outside the city limits. We talk about Walmart. You guys are doing a good job, taking care of our people go in there and they go in there because it's one of the biggest stores in town, and they can shop almost anything they want, and people always talk about that, and the courtesy, and it means a lot. It means really a lot because you treat these people around our town, around outside the city limits, they love you for that because they respect you for that. And that's one of the things that we try and advocate, to respect everybody around here, because we do so much things for our families, for our residents, and it's wonderful because they like it. Thank you a lot for the work you do.
Thank you, Mr. Lima. Appreciate you.
Next, Mr. Mayor, do we have Mr. Ron Martinez, manager?
So Counselor, what we'll do is I'm gonna ask that the rest of my reports and presentations that we table that until, I know Mr. Ron had a meeting at 5:30, so we'll come, when he comes in, we'll present him with that one.
Want to do that in the form of a motion, Mayor? To table it or?
Put the motion to table, and then when he comes in, then we'll take it off the table.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman
I move that we
Montoya?
table, the next presentation, till, the individual shows up.
A motion by
Thank you.
Councilman Montoya. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Martinez. Roll call.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Olivari?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Montoya, second by Counselor Martinez. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor. If I may, I would like to call upon, an individual that comes and sits here and watches us and listens to us almost every meeting, for the last 5 years. And, I'm calling on Sally Wieters, if you might step up or come up to the mic. She's one of our, individuals that's involved with the library committee and also I think with the museum committee. She does a lot of work for the city, voluntarily wise, citywide, her as well as her husband. Her husband, is also part of the airport committee, part of the West Las Vegas Finance, Committee and the City of Las Vegas Committee, Finance Committee. And they help out the schools, colleges, they get involved in their community. And, I would just like to, recognize Sally Wieters, for this reason. Her father, other reasons than her volunteering. But her father, David G. Sims, was a medical doctor in 1957 when I was a year old. He was stationed in the U.S. Air Force in Holloman Base in southern New Mexico. He was assigned to a small group of Air Force doctors that were given the assignments to determining the effects of space on the human body. The Air Force at that time did not have reliable rockets, so the doctors used helium balloons to send rats and monkeys into space and test as test subjects. In 1957, they decided that they had learned all they could from researching testing on animals and was now time to send a human into space. Dr. David G. Simmons, Major, MD, Sally's father, volunteered to be the human space subject to go to the edge of space under the helium balloon for a project called Man High. The flight was planned for 24 hours, but ended up lasting 32 hours. Life magazine recorded the historical flight in September 2nd, 1957 issue. He flew to a record altitude of 102,000 feet and was the first human in space, the first astronaut. Sally, her sister, two brothers, their mother, and their picture was in the Life magazine article. Dr. Sims later wrote a book entitled Man High, about his flight. You know, it's remarkable to me that we have his daughter living here among us, volunteering and helping out our community. And I feel that's, you know, that's why I needed to recognize her and her husband. They have been actively since they've been here, actively involved. I could just imagine, I stopped to think about it, I could just imagine how the family felt when he was getting on that balloon, or if they'd ever see him ever again. That was quite a daring challenge that he took upon before rockets were even, you know, I remember Apollo 12 and back in the 70s. I remember other rockets that went up, but this was on a helium balloon. I mean, I don't know, what were the thoughts? Could you tell us a little bit about what were the thoughts and the sacrifices and what was going on there? in a few, a few minutes, a few words?
Yes, it was wonderful. Our background is Pennsylvania Dutch, English for both Bob and I. When we came to New Mexico was very high technology with research right after World War II. And I got to know and hold Ham, the chimpanzee who went into space, the research animal. And as a little girl, New Mexico is very special. And both southern New Mexico, where I grew up and went through school, as well as up here. And we lived a lifetime in Ohio and California where jobs took us. But as we became retired, we looked around and decided, where do we want to choose to live the rest of our days? And I said, Bob, I feel like a New Mexican. But I've always heard how beautiful northern New Mexico is, from the Glorieta Pass on up, where we have the trees, because Bob wanted pine trees. And I looked at Las Vegas, and historical architecture is one of my hobbies, so to speak. And we like people. And I'm very appreciative, Bob and I are, that Las Vegas and its lovely people have been willing to incorporate us into the querencia of this community. That Las Vegas is very iconic to New Mexico, northern New Mexico. It's very special. And I'm very thankful. And Carnegie Library is something wonderful that I have appreciated being able to serve on the board. But I can't think of anywhere else we would rather be. But thank you. And I think what we hold together in common is very strong, the querencia of a community. And Las Vegas has got that in spades, that it's one of the jewels of New Mexico. So thank you for letting us be part of Las Vegas. It's where we buy our groceries. Thank you, Walmart, and clothes. And that's where we come to eat in restaurants. That's where we come to church. That's where, when I want to have a cup of coffee and a piece of pie with my friends, with neighbors, because some of them live north, some of them live east, and some of them live down with me in the south. That it's just wonderful to say, oh, let's go to town. We love coming. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for all you guys do for our community, because, without volunteers and without people like you, Las Vegas doesn't go anywhere. I mean, as days go along, we see less volunteers because of different reasons, age, liability, whatever. But we see you guys as role models. And I know I took part with you guys on the leadership program at West Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and you guys were awesome with those kids. And you guys did a great job. And you do with everything that you get involved. But we appreciate you, and I thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're entirely welcome. Thank you on behalf of the Witters family.
Councilman, you don't count the county commission meetings and the school board meetings they attend.
I tell you, they get involved.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Martinez.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, well, Bob told me he was Hispanic. I don't know. I'm not sure where that came from. But no, I've known Bob for a number of years. He's been always involved in West Las Vegas. And him, myself and the mayor and even our attorney that's here present with us, we've all shared that partnership with you guys, and you guys have been great. You guys have always been a part of our community, and you're always willing to seek more volunteer stuff. I don't know if I could volunteer as much as you guys do, but I do appreciate all the things you do. So keep up that good work, definitely, and thank you for being here and making sure that we're doing what we need to do is right. So we do appreciate that. Okay. Thank you.
So that takes us into our councilors' reports, councilors.
Thank you.
Councilman Olivari.
I just wanna thank the city manager and the council for the beautiful lights, our park, our Christmas lights at the bridge. It's made a difference. People call me and they tell me, when are you gonna work on the other side of the bridge? So it looks like we're doing something really pretty, nice, enjoyable. You can go out there and walk and talk and whatever, and it's real comfy. People love it, and I want to just thank the staff and the crew, whoever's involved, our city staff, whoever's involved. I want to thank all of them for the great job they're doing. Thank you.
Go ahead, Martinez.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. In my council's report this, for this meeting, we did get an opportunity, myself and the manager, to meet with PNM executives the other day and have conversation in reference to several projects that we could work together as a partner with them. So that was a good meeting. It was, kind of short, but it was well taken care of, and I appreciate the manager inviting me kind of and it gave me an opportunity to meet with these people. Of course, I think most of us attended all the festivities that we had in our community, and you can't say enough about it because, there's a lot of pride in our community today because of, all of the pieces that have fallen together, the parade, the Santa in the park on Saturday, and of course, the luces in the park, and the community looks great. And I can't stress that enough either, because that's a lot of work to do, and everybody that got involved in doing that is it's amazing that our community looks this nice, and I've had nothing but good information coming across, for me, which, is great. Another project that we got, pretty much almost complete, and it's getting close to the end, is, that 9th Street project right behind the Eagles, a little paving project that, it's almost complete. We still lack a few things, but these are the kind of things that are moving in Vegas. We're starting to see some effort in the departments, different departments, and everybody has stepped up to the plate. And the council, and we've done everything we can to support our community, and moving forward, we'll continue to do that. So I just want to thank everybody for all the great things that are happening in our community. It looks good and it feels good to be part of this. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I want to thank all of our employees that work so hard to make sure that everything that needs to be done for the community is done. And sometimes I get a little frustrated with reading Facebook posts that say, oh, there's nothing to do here and nobody's doing anything and that kind of thing. So it's such a wonderful pleasure to actually read positive comments about the Riverwalk, the parade, the lighting of the Christmas tree, all of those things that make Las Vegas even more beautiful than it is when it's not all dressed up. Let me put it that way. I do want to also thank city staff for the work that they do for us in our different wards. And I have a lot of positive comments from people who live in Ward 3. And I want to thank Mr. Lopez and so many others, Mr. Marquez and Mr. Martinez. And I want people to know that these employees are always responsive. And it doesn't matter what the issue is, they take action immediately and take care of it. And I'm very proud of the people that I work with, and I am blessed to be able to work with such excellent human beings here at the city, and I appreciate them greatly. The last thing that I wanted to let you know is that KFUN offered a real deal for advertising for Christmas. And he sent, Mr. Baca sent an email to all of us on the council asking if we wanted to make some Christmas greeting of some kind. Well, I took him up on that, and if you'll indulge me, I want to read you, I just wrote 3 30-second spots for that radio, and they will be played, it'll be 50 radio spots on a rotating basis. And so I want to thank Mr. Baca for his generosity in lowering the price of the radio spots and for giving us an opportunity to say what we want to say. And at the time that he announced that, it was the time when I had just finished reading a lot of really negative things about Las Vegas. And so I thought, what can I do to make people want and love Las Vegas as much as we do? And so if you'll allow me, I would like to read my 3 spots. And this is for the people who don't listen to the radio or don't have a radio. Holiday greetings. This is Barbara Perea Casey, City Councilor. I'm asking all Las Vegans to give a Christmas gift to our small community. Yes, let's all pitch in and make Las Vegas even more wonderful than it already is. How? Shop local. Did you know that our small businesses help sustain Las Vegas economy? Well, they do. We need to do business with our locally owned stores, restaurants, food trucks, repair shops, print shops, etc. Live here, buy here. Let's help our beloved town thrive. That's the first one. The next one, Las Vegas has more than 740 licensed businesses. Surprised? Don't be. You can and should shop local. We give you hard-earned money to Why give your hard-earned money to Santa Fe or Albuquerque? Your town needs you. Shop here. There are many amazing places to eat, buy art, jewelry, clothing, pastries, pottery, herbs, and so much more. When in Vegas, spend in Vegas. Working together, we can help our city thrive. This is Barbara Casey asking you to help our city thrive. Merry Christmas. And the last one, this is Barbara Perea Casey, City Councilor. Las Vegas is home to the kindest, most loving, generous, and giving people. You, the people of Las Vegas, make our town so special. I want to wish everyone my heartfelt Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. De todo corazón les deseo a todos feliz Navidad y próspero año nuevo. Sigan adelante, siempre adelante. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I am.
Councilman Montoya.
Yeah, I'd just like to report that I did attend a meeting yesterday afternoon, and this is with our Economic Development Director and Scott, our planner, city planner. And they've had a couple of meetings already, and they'll be having more meetings for anyone that wants to get involved in the community with the city of Las Vegas. And this is for the vision of the city for the next 20 years. This plan is revised every 5 years. I mean, if you want to get involved and give your input, call City Hall, talk to Mr. Lucas Marquez or Scott, and give him your opinions or set up a time with him. But this is the time to show up and say what you're lacking in Las Vegas, whether it's medical help assistance, doctors, nurses, whether it's jobs, employment, housing. What do you want to see? What do you want Las Vegas to look like in 5 years, in 20 years? This is an item that mayor and council, no matter who sits up here, will look at that report and reflect on what the citizens of Las Vegas wants and needs are. We've had to look at it a few times because it's growth and emergencies and so forth. But the more input we have, the better off we are and the better planning we can plan for the future. Also, I did go over the KFUN radio station this last week, and I was accompanied by our city manager, Mr. Anaya, and Chuck Grego in our city program. And I gave a report basically on the progress that the city of Las Vegas has done the past 5 years. A pretty detailed report of the projects and the amounts of monies that we've spent and what we've done in 5 years, how we have moved this city forward. And I also included on there, which I might include in my last meeting next week, is a final report on our finances for the city of Las Vegas and our water status report. That's where we're at. And we're in great shape. Las Vegas is in great shape. Besides the fact that we have gone through the curfew stage, we have gone through water shortage, we're going through floodings, we've gone through the fires. Unfortunately, we went through some vacant positions. We started with vacant positions. When I started here, it was 4 vacant positions that we had to fill in. And then after that, we had to fill in 2 councilman positions, and we went through 3 city managers and so forth. So it hasn't been easy at all, by no means. A lot of challenges, but we survived with the assistance of our community and our staff. They are the backbone to the city of Las Vegas. And I appreciate all that. So thank you, Mr. City Manager, for, stepping up and volunteering to go up there and share the mic with me. And I'll leave the rest for my last meeting, which will be next Wednesday. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Cassandra?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving on to our city manager's report. We have our city manager, Mr. Robert A. Anaya.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. You have my report in front of you. People were talking about Mr. Witters earlier, and I would just add that as I've gone through the course of various different jobs and environments and elected organizations, non-elected, volunteer, I always pick up a little as I go from everybody that I encounter. One of the things that Mr. Witters said was, tone down some of the rhetoric and keep it kind of pointed and succinct. And so I take that from him and others. So that's the nature of my report. I'm going to be succinct and clear, Mr. Witters. Muchísimas gracias a todos. But I want to do an extra special thanks to city staff already noted by mayor and council for the work on Luces del Rio and everything else associated with the parade. Santa, there was a very trying time there with the mayor and Councilman Martinez and others that were there and looking and seeing the kids and the long line and wondering if there would be enough. But with faith behind us and all that have strong faith, there was enough. 411 children later, they made it collectively based on the direction and support of the mayor and council. So those are awesome successes. Special thanks and coordination to the whole city for the food drive that encompassed all staff that participated, that encompassed a competition, if you will, of baskets and many, many volunteers from private individuals to make sure that we had turkeys and other foods that complemented the work of staff. And so the winners of the competition for the basket was Mr. Martinez, Travis Martinez's group for their efforts and work and their basket, but a special shout out to everyone, but an extra special shout out and congratulations to Mr. Martinez's core group that had the basket that was voted upon as the best basket. And so special shout out and thanks. We're going to continue those efforts as we advance in the holiday season. I was joined by staff from the executive office and Councilman Yulabari was at the senior site. And I will say in my short time here at the city, I've been spending more and more time with the seniors in the senior center, and it's an enlightening opportunity to be there amongst our senior golden citizens in the city, to listen to them, articulate things that they like about the senior programs and areas where they want to see improvement. But we had an awesome visit at the senior center, and Councilman Ulbari was present and articulated concerns from seniors that he's heard. And so we had a good productive visit, and we're going to work on positive outcomes with our senior program and our director and her entire team, and a special thanks to Ms. Tafoya and her team for those efforts. We also were in Pecos, and we were also in San Miguel del Vado, right? And we had a good visit there, and we're gonna do some continued efforts and collaboration with them as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Muchísimas gracias to you, Councilman Montoya, for your efforts. This is my last formal report. I know you're still here and you'll continue to be here, Councilman, through the end of the year, but I sincerely appreciate your direction, your work, your vision, your constant desire to see us do better and to do more. And so sincerely and respectfully, thank you for all you've done. And we've known each other many years. I thank you for the continued relationship that we had in the past and that we'll have going forward. But thank you for your efforts and work as a councilman for the city of Las Vegas. Pursuing a higher level of excellence coined by Councilman Dr. Perea Casey, we're continuing to improve our work, our outreach, and our efforts. And we're excited to announce a citywide training. We had a training previously, an ongoing training that many of the staff participate in their respective departments. But we're going to do a comprehensive citywide training, and through working with the mayor's office and the mayor himself, we're going to bring in people from the Attorney General's office, from the Municipal League, from the State Auditor's office, among other things, to come together with the mayor and council and our staff collectively to augment training and provide a space where our team can come together to work and improve the collective pursuit of a higher level of excellence for the city. Coordinated communications and follow-up, we've tabled the Novos item till next meeting because we want to make sure our legal review is complete and appropriate. And so I'll leave that discussion for next week. Continued partnerships for the community. Mayor Pro Tem Martinez mentioned the PNM meeting. That was a follow-up to a meeting that the mayor and Councilman Montoya had in previous months, but we're building on those relationships with entities like PNM to assure that our concerns are heard, but to assure that we're collectively working together on initiatives of mutual interest, not only to the city, but to each and every citizen. We also conducted a follow-up meeting with the Economic Development Department to ensure continued partnership for potential resources, grant opportunities, and potential expanded development at the airport. At the direction of the mayor and our council, I participated in the legislative subcommittee meeting in Santa Fe dealing with capital projects. Many changes on the horizon. We'll stay in tune with those changes and work to continue to make sure that we're at the table. We're also internally working to build a more comprehensive legislative plan. We know we're in a short 30-day session this year, and we have a lot of work to do in a short amount of time, but the goal is to engage our former state representative and Councilor Dr. Perea Casey in helping us better understand and work through the legislative process and have a collective planning effort that we engage in throughout the entire year. We look forward to ongoing participation. We're going to have an update from, we had an update with the FEMA director today to go along with what you have in your packet to follow up on our continued desire to get more revenue back into the city. All I can say is it's challenging at best with all the dynamics that are happening at the federal level, but we're continuing to press on with our consultants, with our internal staff, with mayor, council, and all the support we can get to try and garner the dollars that were deserved based on the emergency that we faced. We continue to partner with the state of New Mexico and Plexos. Next week, they'll be coming to provide a comprehensive report to the mayor and council with an opportunity for mayor and council to provide feedback as to where we're at within the development process of the water treatment facility. Couple other things. They will be bringing some specific process train recommendation associated with the water treatment plant. Our water director, Mr. Martinez, will be part of that presentation, and so we'll have more to come next week as to where we're at with the project, what the timeline is looking like, and other associated facets that deal with getting that new plant under construction. I don't have it noted in this particular report, but I do want to give Mr. Martinez an opportunity to talk, because it's such a big effort that we went under to redo the filter beds. So I'd like you, if you would, Mr. Martinez, just give a brief snapshot as to where we're at with our filter bed project on the upgrades for the next two filter beds.
Mayor, council, uh, update on the filter bed projects. Filters 3 and 4 have been completed or online. Filters 1 and 2 are under construction right now. As of this morning, the under drains and media have been removed and the sandblasting has been completed. Next week, it's estimated that all services will come in and install the under drains. Once the under drains have come and been installed, there's about a 2-week period to let it set. Once that has been completed, they'll come in and install the media. Once that's all set up, then the city will go ahead and take over and we'll start utilizing him and putting him online, and we'll have the filter beds up and running. We're estimating by the 1st or 2nd week of January, we'll have the filter bed project complete.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. So this is yet another example of the commitment that we've had within our water department. The new filter beds that were replaced, can you speak a little bit to how those are functioning and with our water testing? And also speak again, and I know you noted it before, but speak about the annual average and what's happened with our testing and feedback we received back from State Environment Department relative to our water quality and our water testing.
So with the new upgrades and new technology that's been implemented at the water treatment plant, as far as the new filter building, the filters, the SCADA, everything, we've been able to work and mitigate a lot of violations that we have been working on. Of course, everybody knows that we were under the administrative order for the total organics, as well as the disinfection byproducts, trihalomethanes and haloacidic acids that the city was under. We did have a meeting this last month, and it was brought to our attention that the city of Las Vegas fell in compliance under the running annual average for an entire year that we've been in compliance for the total organics. I did get a call from the Drinking Water Bureau today from the state, and they said that they're gonna run the math one more time for the byproducts. So we're hoping here within the next couple of days in the near future that we'll have something documented that we actually beat the administrative order that the city was under due to all of the violations that we've had from previous fires, floods, and everything else.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Mayor and Council, you heard about the comprehensive plan. That's a corpus document. Lucas and his team with our consultants that Mayor and Council approved. We're going to work through that process. We're going to engage the community. We look forward to that process. I have articulated in my initial discussions that that's our working document for the city in how we work under the direction of the Mayor and Council and how we advance projects that are manageable, that we can attain, that we can utilize on a regular basis. So we want to continue that trend. Meetings coordination, PNM, Economic Development Department, State Auditor, New Mexico Municipal League, Luna Community College, Alta Vista Regional Hospital, New Mexico Highlands University, San Miguel County, the District Attorney's Office, Senior Centers, New Mexico Office of Aging, New Mexico Department of Transportation, Legislative Finance Capital Outlay Committee. These are some, but not all, of the discussions and the meetings that are happening on a regular basis in the interest of the city and in the interest of the direction and vision of the mayor and the council. Public information and transparency will continue to provide information to the public in an open and transparent manner. Thank you for your continued guidance. We continue to strive towards that higher level of excellence. respectfully and sincerely, Councilwoman Casey brought up adelante siempre, or siempre adelante. And adelante is a theme that I utilize daily. And I will tell you, in closing, Mayor and Council, not every meeting that we engage in is very cordial, if you will, and peaceful. We engage in some intense discussions as we navigate the challenges for the city of Las Vegas. But I will tell you that each and every one of the staff and the key department heads that we work with take in those challenges and sometimes those very frustrating comments. They absorb them, and we put any frustrations aside and advance together to make progress. And so not every organization can say that and do that, but that's only because we have a good, solid team that I am honored to work with and alongside. So with that, Mayor, Council, I'd stand for any questions that you might have.
Mr. Anaya, what are we doing with unwanted cars? Dirty yards? I mean, it's all over town, it's all over our wards. And they're back 20, 30 years ago, I came in and I brought in like 30, 40 cars and I had to replace them, buy me a place and took care of that. But right now, I've been going around the city and it's disgusting. Because there's people in there that have 5, 6 cars, they don't have a license, they drive them. They're all over town. And they keep on fighting and fighting and, you know. And the thing is that people are calling me and telling me, "Well, we gotta do this, we gotta do that." I tell them, "Well, you just follow the rules." That's all I can say. But the things that our city owners are a little weak. I think we need to take a look at that. And if you have whoever's in charge of that, you need to talk to the person and start looking at your city. If you need to go out there and take your director and go around town and take a look at your yards, that's what we have to do. And the things that we need to start cleaning this little town up. And it's gonna take some time, but you know, we will all involve and we're trying to help everybody and find a way of doing it. So if you could talk to your directors and talk to whoever's in charge of that and go from there. Thank you, sir.
If I could, Mayor, Councilman Ulibarri, thank you for bringing that up. We're right in the middle of what we're calling 8 weeks of amnesty, where we are going on the radios stations. We're going out with our public information officer in the public service PSAs that she's already put out to let the public know that we want to provide resources to help facilitate yard cleanup and vehicle cleanup and frankly, clean up across the whole city in those areas that need it, that you just highlighted. And so we're absolutely right in the middle of that 8 weeks of amnesty period. It doesn't mean that code enforcement isn't out providing citations and doing follow-up, but it does mean that we're all hands on deck citywide, and I'm looking to Mr. Marcus right now and his team to provide a lot of information to the public and access to facilitate help for those that might need help to move vehicles out or to get yards cleaned, where we can maybe put them in touch with other resources and support. We've also coordinated and are communicating with our solid waste director, Mr. Marcus, as well. And so more work and more cleanup is coming, but we're doing it in a systematic way so that we give the public an opportunity to be aware that we're coming and that we're going to continue those efforts to have people fall in line with code enforcement, but to get things cleaned up. Mr. Marquez, I'd like to give both of you an opportunity. Would you like to make a few brief comments associated with that, what we're doing and how we're going to continue to roll that out moving forward?
So on a weekly basis, we're going through to see everything that
Let's get you a mic real quick.
evening, Mayor Council. So on a weekly basis, we're having the code enforcement officers report to us what they have been conducting during the week. They have been in the areas of the west side, the east side, the north side, south side, all over town. They're conducting their investigations and inspections of the way they're supposed to be doing them by following their ordinances. And they're tagging, they're citing, and they're also visiting with people to go ahead and make sure that we're trying to get some compliance out of these issues. There's also been abatements that are happening now. We're moving forward on a lot of abatements. It's some good abatements that are coming forward to go ahead and try to clean up our areas. And it'll be noticeable. It'll be noticeable as we go along. This 8 weeks has been a good way for them to go ahead and meet the people and speak with them before we go straight to citation. Because we can tell them and let them know that, hey, we're giving you guys a little bit of time, get your stuff together. But here is, we're here to let you know that there is rules, there's regulations that are going to be getting enforced. We're ready to go full speed at it, but we're getting some good compliance. As a matter of fact, we're getting people coming and telling us that they're noticing differences in their neighborhoods. I've gotten calls on that. As I saw during the light parade, I was stopped by a few people and advised that they're feeling better about their neighborhoods. So there is a lot of areas that there's blight, but we're not unique. Las Vegas is not unique. If you go to Santa Fe, you're going to have the same issues over there. You go to Miami, Florida, you're going to find those issues over there as well. It's not unique to us. We're a good community. There's a lot of good people in this community. I like to speak positive and not negative about our community. I don't want to hear that we're disgusting and we're this and that. I like to hear the fact that we're actually out there conducting our business the way we're supposed to conduct it, following our ordinances, and bringing positivity to our community. A lot of the negativity that comes out should not be out in this public setting. It should be talked about behind closed doors. And we need to make sure that we continue to spread the positivity to our communities and let them know that we are here to support them, but we will hold them to the fire when it comes to the ordinances.
Lots of changes within solid waste, but Mr. Marquez, would you also talk to always our constant desire to facilitate supporting citizens' needs and help when they need it?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So just as mentioned earlier by Mr. Marquez over here from Community Development, it has been a team effort. And same thing with City Manager Robert A. Anaya. We all have been working together collectively. And we have seen a noticeable amount of individuals coming in with debris who are being proactive and taking advantage of these situations and coming into the transfer station. And of course, we are able to accommodate them as well. And for when this other cleanup takes place in reference towards the 8-week cleanup, we are preparing ourselves as well. We've even purchased a new roll-off truck, not just in reference towards this, but in order to help us moving forward for the future as well. And we do have roll-off bins coming in the future as well also, which is also going to be able to serve as a purpose, not only for abatements, but for other cleanup needs as well as necessary.
That
Other questions, Councilor?
Councilman Olivari?
Finish, Mr. Manager?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. It is, I know that you guys are working on it, but I can tell you from my perspective that it's a mess. And we're letting it go, And I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just blaming who's in charge of doing what they have to do. And the thing is that you work on the east side, west side, I don't care where it is, all the 4 wards. And some are bad, really bad. And we're not doing anything about it. That's what I think. That's what I see. I would like for you, Mr. Manager, and your directors to write something out for me or to the council or to the mayor and see where we're working at. See what streets are we working at and taking care of this problem because it's a mess. It's a mess and we see it day in and day out. I just want you to do the best with your directors and your code enforcement. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? No?
Mr. Mayor, I just want to make a comment, the report that you gave the city manager is a good report. We've moved a long ways in a short time and you've implemented the the cleanup on the alleys and so forth, and that's been big and productive, you know, for our community. We're not done. We've got so much more to do in our community, and we need to always stress that our community always is gonna have needs, and they're always gonna be there. And I think this council and the direction of mayor and council and management and directors, that, you know, we're moving forward in a lot of positive ways. I don't have Facebook, and I don't want Facebook. And the reason why I don't have it is because there's a lot of negativity on it. But the big thing about it is what's out there is visible to the public, and it's visible to me. And I think it's important for us to make sure that, you know, all these little areas get taken care of. And it's stuff that needs to get done, but it cannot be done overnight. You know, the city has existed since 1835. We're not gonna clean it up overnight. It's gonna take a while. But I do appreciate the comments that, you know, Councilor Yulburi makes, and all wards are in need of moving forward. And I know that, I feel confident in the direction that we're going. So I just wanted to make that comment that we're making gains every single day, and that's important for us. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. And I'm gonna kind of overstep a little bit here, if it's okay, because I think we just got some information just probably not too long ago. I don't know if you know about it yet, but could I have Arnold speak real quick on this? It's news that I think this community, I know we've been waiting, anticipating on this. Mr. Lopez, will you, I know we don't have an amount right now, but this is something big.
Thank you for the opportunity. So yes, I just opened an email and they notified us. So we applied for a grant for improvements at Plaza Park. I don't remember the exact amount that we applied for. It's close to $2 million. So we got notified that we were granted the award, and doesn't have an amount yet, but we are one of the cities that was selected for that improvement. So something good. It's gonna be a nice project. We're gonna do total improvement at Plaza Park to include the gazebo, new sprinkler system, sod, sidewalks. The footprint of the gazebo will be bigger. All the concrete work around it, brick will be removed. So we'll redo the whole surface. The gazebo will include, custom lighting, sound system. It's gonna be awesome. So something really positive to look forward to. My pleasure to notify you guys.
It's fresh, off the press, right? So,
Yes, I'm fresh off the press. Thank you, Mayor.
so thank you, Arnold. And also I want to and also thank Mr. Robert Archuleta that, you know, helped in that too. So thank you guys and all those involved. Thank you, Arnold. Thank you, Mr. Manager. At this time, I know I'd tabled my recognitions. Could I have a motion to,
Move that we go back to item number 7, Mr. Mayor.
a motion by Councilman Montoya? Do I have a second?
Bring it back to the table.
Second by Councilman Martinez. Roll call.
Counselor Olivari?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Casey? Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Have a motion by Counselor Montoya, second by Counselor Martinez. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
So Mr. Ron, if you don't mind, I'm putting you on the spot. Do you mind coming up? Those that, I'm sure everybody knows, you know, Mr. Ron's the manager at Lowe's. And, you know, Councilman Montoya, will you go ahead and?
Mr. Martinez, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You know, it's with great pleasure, the mayor and council want to recognize Lowe's of Super Save of Las Vegas. I think you've been with the company for how long?
No, 31 years.
31 years?
31 years.
31 years.
I was just a baby when I started.
I think I first met you when my wife was a counselor at Robertson High School, and she'd always be bugging you for donations for the kids and stuff like that.
I actually worked with your wife
Yeah.
when Super Safe first opened on 7th Street.
And actually, she might have trained you. I know.
She probably did.
She trained quite a few. But anyway, you know, thank you much for leaving your doors open to the citizens of Las Vegas. You know, we see businesses close down all the time. And you have been able to survive. I don't know who the corporation is, Russell Steel or?
No, it's Lowe's
Lowe's.
Corporation out of Texas.
Well, we thank you, we thank them for keeping your doors open, for feeding our community, making it accessible to our citizens in our surrounding areas. Thank you for donating to the schools. You know, you guys donate all the time for parades, for homecomings, for organizations, for programs, for events. You know, it's remarkable how much involvement you guys do with the community. And that's why I think mayor and council, you know, basically want to give you this award, certification of gratitude for what you do for us. You guys went through the pandemic. You guys went through the water shortage. You went through people not wanting to work. We're finally getting back to normal. You know, you've been through a lot, and we appreciate you. And with that, I'm going to say this certificate is a recognition to Lowe's Super Save in appreciation of your service and donations to the community throughout the whole years. This certificate is presented today on December the 10th, 2025 to Mr. Ron Martinez, Manager, Lowe's, Las Vegas. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
sir. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Congratulations.
So, Mr. Ron, I just want to acknowledge again, you know, to add to what Councilman Montoya has said is, you know, during the pandemic, I know I was a counselor at the time, and, you know, when individuals weren't able to go into the stores, you know, we made some calls to you, you accommodated, you know, seniors. Not only that, when we've had our water crisis, you know, you stepped up, you helped donate water to the community. And I'm going to take this a little more personal. I know us that were up there at E. Romero at the time during the February event. So we hadn't probably snacked or anything, and somehow you must have known that there was some starving, you know, emergency responders and individuals that probably hadn't eaten in over like 10 or 12 hours, and you sent up some sandwich meat and some, you know, everything that we needed, you know, just to keep us to get through those times. So those little things, you know, mean a lot, you know, to us here at the city, but I think we want to acknowledge what you do, not only just for us, but for the entire community. I know you give turkeys away, you know, so much that you do for the community, and it's time that we here at the city acknowledge businesses that do so much for us that sometimes aren't made aware or given the thank you the way they should be. So on behalf of the mayor and council, the city of Las Vegas, all the residents, because I mean, all the staff, because I know they all hit you up one way or another, whether it's for coffee or, you know, whatever it might be. Thank you, Ron, for what you do to the community. And just that, you know, the corporate office know, you know, we appreciate you guys for what you guys bring to this community. The GRT you bring to this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Councilman, thank you.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for the city of Las Vegas, we wouldn't have our doors open.
So we can take a picture.
Do it like we did the other one, that's in the middle and this.
Yeah.
On the side.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, get my. Microphone doesn't work. There we go. I want to say thank you to Lowe's because I practically live there. And nothing against Walmart or anything like that, but Lowe's is only like a block away from my house. And so anytime that I run out of something, it's like I either send my husband over there or he says, Barb, let's go to Lowe's and pick up, you know, whatever for supper. Okay. It's so close by. It's very handy. And so I just want to thank you for everything that you do, the staff that you have. And so
I appreciate that. Staff appreciates it. And we appreciate the community because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we are. That's why we like to give back because they give to us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a job and we wouldn't be here. So we thank you guys, and like I said, to the city of Las Vegas for helping us make what we are.
We're glad you're there, and I'm so happy that we live close by.
I'm glad you live for it.
Yeah.
Counselor Martinez?
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to also thank you, Ron, for being a part of our community and of course, being that neighborhood store that that the community relies on to get out there and it's funny, you go over there and after work and your staff knows what we're gonna have for dinner, okay? So that's kind of cute in a way, but you're there for us. You know, I live across town it's a little further to go up to Walmart. So for me, it's easier to just, get to your store and purchase close. When I get a chance, I do, of course, both, but the store is clean. It's always, you guys got friendly people working and all of those things are important to our community and moving forward. So we hope to see you guys always there and, available for the general public in our community and keep serving that community with a smile, okay? Thank you.
Anybody?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Ron, thank you. I worked with those back 35 years ago. A real young guy, I was a meat cutter. I was a manager for the markets and it's come a long ways. And you know what it is? It's a courtesy that you have, the people, you kind of, whatever you want to talk about, I support you and it's a blessing because it stays in a small town and people see you, you walk around town and they see you, I know, and it's taken a long time. And I was into that kind of business for a lot of years and I took over my business and let it go and my son's taking over it. But it's a blessing and you guys are doing a very good job. Thank you.
Mr. Manager, I'll let you close on that one.
Yeah, I just want to say seventh store and the middle store. But I see Ron a lot, Doris, and I see Ron a lot as well. And you said about the employees, he's got awesome employees. They are expeditious. They get you in and out, and they're very kind. And so, thanks, Ron, for your whole team and what the stores do for the community. So, ditto everything everybody said. And I know Ron, he's over there going, I gotta go back to the store and take care of business. But thank you, Ron, for everything you do along with Walmart and the grocery receipts revenue. You brought that up. It's a big time part of the city governance and government. And so you're a big part of that along with Walmart. So thank you so much to both of you for that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Merry Christmas.
Thank
you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving on to our next item, approval of minutes for November 12th and November 19th, 2025.
Mayor,
Casey.
I move that we approve the minutes for November 12th and November 19th with very minor corrections.
Motion by Councilor Casey, second by Councilman Olivari. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving on to our business items. Our first business item is to conduct a public hearing and adoption of ordinance number 25-11, granting a partial vacation of Montezuma Street between lots 123, block 38, and lots 123, block 45, as submitted by the city of Las Vegas.
This time I'll make a motion to enter a public hearing. Councilman Montoya.
That we moving to hearing, public hearing to adopt ordinance number 2511.
Yeah, motion by Councilman Montoya. Do I have a second? Second by Councilor Casey. Roll call.
Counselor Olivari? Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Counselor Casey? Counselor Montoya? I have a motion by Counselor Montoya, a second by Counselor Casey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries. Those of you who wish to speak on this item, if you'll please stand and raise your right hand so you can be sworn in at this time. Under the penalties of perjury, do you swear that your testimony this evening is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Thank you. And when you come up to speak, please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Evening, Scott. Mr. Marcus.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Bringing Scott up here to make sure that he has a little presentation that he wants to just show you guys real quick. In regards to the property, it'll help us go ahead and explain a little bit of this vacation a little bit quicker. We did meet at the Planning and Zoning Commission with this, I believe it was on November 24th. Was that the date? So we met with them on November 24th. There was unanimous recommended approval. We did have a few people in here that were in opposition. We heard them out. We allowed them to speak and gave them their chances to go ahead and say why they didn't want the area. A lot of their concerns were about traffic. One was about blocking views. And pretty much that's where it kind of died out at there. So the board felt that was necessary. We are I gotta say this as well, on the record, all the people that were from here, that came here to oppose, were not from Las Vegas. They were from Rio Rancho and Albuquerque. So, you know, we have a due diligence to act for our community, and that's what the board felt, and they recommended approval to come to council.
Able to get that.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As Mr. Marcus said, we did take this before our planning and zoning, and it was a unanimous approval. I would like to share a little bit of the information, a little more information with you. So our request is to vacate one block of Montezuma Street. One block of Montezuma Street. This section of the street is platted, but it's an unused, undeveloped, dead-end street that was formerly used as part of the El Alto Supper Club. So if you look at this slide, the green shaded area that I went around would be where the street would have been had it ever been developed. And the two red outlined areas are the property owned by the city that was formerly the El Alto Supper Club. This is a image that I got from back in 12/21, December 21st of 2021. This photo is a satellite image showing where the former El Alto Supper Club was, and you can see at that time the street was not developed. These are some photos that we have where, if you look at the photo on the left, that is looking from Sapio Street to where Montezuma Street would be had it ever been developed. The second photo on the right is just kind of a zoom in, looking at where it would have been on the property. So if you look down from Cavanaugh Street, looking to where Montezuma Street would run on that side of Sapio, you can see the road is not existent. The photo in the right is looking from Sapio down Montezuma towards Cavanaugh. The road does not really exist. It is gravel. It does go to a house back towards Cavanaugh, but it is not developed. So here again is just another map showing from the assessor that shows the city of Las Vegas owns both sides of what would have been the street had it been implemented. And if you also notice, Sapio does dead end at the end of the property owned by the city. And the property you can see adjacent down in this area is not developed. And we will have another slide there that does show the survey from when the El Alto Supper Club was there. It showed the buildings, showed where Montezuma should have been, even though it didn't exist, and then these other areas that were part of the Supper Club. Again, this is the original platting that we pulled that shows in the green shaded area where the road would have been. It also shows right in here that the Sapio was a dead end also. And then again, these two properties are owned by the city. So what would happen if we can get the vacation of this section of Montezuma? We would split down the middle of that street, and half of it would go to block 45, lots 1, 2, and 3. And the other half would go to block 38, lots 1, 2, and 3 that are all owned by the city of Las Vegas.
It's good to point out that that's per ordinance. So that's not just this vacation that we're doing a special split. Anytime there's a vacation of city property, half goes to one property owner and half to the other property. And I know you guys know that, but for the record and for the community listening, we just want to make sure we say that.
So that's my slide presentation on that property.
A couple extra notes just to say, looking at the street coming up from Kavanaugh to, where the Alto Supper Club was at, you'll notice to the right side of that little picture, there was a picture of a brick wall with the bird painted on it. It's kind of a little landmark for us over here and us locals, we know about that area. It's a good 10 to 15 foot drop and maybe even a little bit more. So I don't ever see that street ever getting developed. ADA compliance issues would exist and things of that nature. And then as you go further up to where the street comes into our property, it dead ends at Mr. Madrid's property line. So there'll never be really a chance for that street to be ever developed. So I think this is a good vacation and we would appreciate your approval.
Councilors, any questions?
I don't have a question, but there are two grammatical errors on the ordinance that we got in our packet. If you look at the first whereas, it says, whereas the city of Las Vegas have petitioned, the city of Las Vegas is singular. So that should be has petitioned. And then under the now therefore, number 1, and this is, it's not really petty, but it's necessary. The applicant shall cause to be made, comma, at his expense, comma. So you need to add a comma after expense and between a survey.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, thank you.
How I get everything together, but yeah.
No other questions for the public hearing? I'll entertain a motion to return to regular.
Here, I just have one.
Councilman Martinez?
So the utilities on the property have been identified already? Or is there any utilities on the property at this point?
Well, there is utilities on the street, not in the properties itself, but there is gas and water up there. Sewer is down the street at the bottom, so we'll have a little bit of infrastructure to make improvements on. But I mean, it's something that's necessary anyways in that area. So once we go underground and fix up the water and gas lines, we might as well take care of the sewer line as well.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that we have identified that and no changes need to be made.
Councilman Martinez, real quick, let me just be a little bit more clear on that. The utilities are on the Sapeo Street, not on the Montezuma Street. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Montoya?
you know, you did just out of curiosity, you did mention that there was 3 oppositions and they were all from Rio Rancho, Albuquerque. How were they notified, or are they adjoining neighbors or what?
They own adjoining property
Joining the property.
or within the radius that we are required to send notice to.
They don't have no structures
They do, sir.
They do.
They do.
They have houses up there, sir. Yes, sir.
that they're living in.
No, they live in Rio Rancho.
They're vacant.
No, they're maintained. They're
Oh.
maintained houses. They're really good looking houses. But they don't live here. They come here for,
Okay.
on occasions for summer retreat maybe or whatever, just to come
4th of
out.
July.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I know we had Natasha.
Mr. Mayor, councilors,
Yeah, she's working.
my name is Natasha Martinez. I'm the Executive Director for Northern Regional Housing Authority, so I oversee the 10 most northern counties in New Mexico, San Miguel County being one, and we do have a vested interest in the city of Las Vegas. In 2023, a rule called HOTMA came out, Part 103 of HOTMA, which is 24 CFR 960, 507, and 509. Started limiting our use of public housing for people who are over income in there. So I did come to speak at the planning and zoning, and I did come for both of the meetings here, mostly for the second part, because I just wanted to express to the council how important workforce housing is. And where my hands are tied, this project is something that can open up more opportunity for the citizens of Las Vegas. So there was a lot of opposition in that meeting. I was one that was not in opposition during that P and Z meeting. So I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity and thank you for helping the citizens of Las Vegas.
Questions, entertain a motion to return to regular session.
Mayor,
Councilman Martinez.
go ahead and make a motion to return to a regular council meeting.
Motion by Councilman Martinez, second Councilor Casey. Roll call.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Counselor Casey? Counselor Olivari? I have a motion by Counselor Martinez, a second by Counselor Casey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor, I'm gonna go ahead and move to, let me word it right, let me get it right. To go ahead and request approval for of a vacation of the plat application for the city's own property located at Montezuma Street, lots 1, 2, 3 of block 45 and lots 1, 2, 3 of block 38.
May
Thank you, Mr.
I add to that, please? That the two errors that I pointed out get corrected before anyone signs the document.
Motion by Councilman Martinez, second Councilor Casey. Roll call.
This is a adoption of ordinance number 2511.
Yes.
Roll call.
Counselor Olivari?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Martinez, a second by Counselor Casey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries. Moving on to our second business item. This is also conduct a public hearing and request approval of ordinance number 2510, an amendment to the City of Las Vegas official zoning map from an R3, which is a mixed residential zone, and a C1, which is a neighborhood commercial zone, to an R2 multifamily residential zone for property located at 659 Sapeo Street, Las Vegas, New Mexico, as requested by City of Las Vegas owner.
This time I'll entertain a motion to enter a public hearing.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Montoya.
I move that we go into a public hearing to conduct a public hearing for request of approval of ordinance number 25-10 as read by our city clerk.
Motion by Councilman Montoya. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Olivari. Roll call.
Counselor Casey? Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Counselor Olivari? I have a motion by Counselor Montoya, second by Counselor Olivari. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries. Once again, those of you who will be speaking on this item, if you can stand, raise your right hand and be sworn in. Under the penalties of perjury, do you swear that your testimony this evening is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Marcus.
Yes. Mayor, Council, again, we did take this same property that we're asking the vacation on to the Planning and Zoning Commission on the same night, November 24th. We did, again, like I said, have some opposition, I want to say about 6 people, Councilor Montoya, it was more than 3, it was about 6 or 7 people that were here. There was opposition, again, all the opposition was out of Rio Rancho and Albuquerque. They're not, they're historically from here, but they're not living here. Many of them have been living in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho for over 50 years is what they said. Again, we're asking just to rezone this property so we could go ahead by our ordinance, allow for our workforce housing to be placed on this property. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to my city planner. He does have a small little presentation to do real quick, and I'll let him explain that to you guys.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So again, back to these properties, we did request for planning and zoning approval and did receive unanimous approval from that board. The city-owned property was the former El Alto Supper Club. We acquired the property by warranty deed, and we acquired it on October 21st of 2021. The property is commonly referred to as 659 Sapio. Sometimes it shows up as 659 and 706 Sapio. So that would probably have been where the street was that separated the two blocks. So here is a copy of the warranty deed just to show that the city does own those two tracts of property. There's 3 lots on each side. The property did sit on the open market through the MLS system for 754 days, and it was priced at $70,000 when it was on the market. And I did want to say this because some of the people that did object said, sell us the property. But they had 754 days to do that at a price of $70,000, and they chose not to do it. I just wanted to point that out. So again, here it is, was listed on the market. This is a snapshot from the MLS, and just in case there's anyone who is involved with the multiple listing service, you will see shortly that I did have permission from the listing broker at the time and also from the executive director of the MLS system to use this information. We do have to have that because it is copyrighted. So the neighbors to the west had complained about ATVs riding on this property after the city received it. The Public Works had put up some fencing when the structures were torn down. Public Works responded again to those complaints, and they replaced fencing and attempted to block the area where the ATVs were entering. Keeping up with the vegetation on this property and similar properties throughout the city does place a strain on the city resources. So I think that this would be a good use of the property with what we're asking for. So I just wanted to show you a photo there of what Public Works did to block off that entrance into the property. So these were photos that were taken from the MLS of what the structures looked like when that listing broker listed the property. They were in disrepair. This all happened before I became part of the city, and my understanding was we did have squatters in the property. So these are just some photos. So here's photos today, not today, but taken in recent months. The photo on the left is the part of the property that is zoned C1, and the photo on the right is the part of the property that is zoned R3. So again, here's the platting from the original city platting showing the two tracts of property. And again, the overhead that showed where the El Alto Supper Club had been on the property. So the program that if we can get this zoning changed to R2, it would allow us to do townhomes in this area, and we would then have to replat the property. The idea would be replatting it for the lots to face Sapio. The program that I'm most interested in, and hopefully by the time we get to that stage, would be this ZIP program. This program is a zero interest home builder program, which would mean if the city's going to be the builder or we work with a builder, we should be able to get a zero interest loan for 3 years for the construction of these properties. So once we would have the projects done, which I would hope we could get done in 3 years, and we would sell those units, we would not have had to pay any interest on the loan. So it's a good deal. The eligible projects, they can be done by municipalities or counties. The floor plans have to range from 950 to 1,500 square feet. That's part of the regulation. They have to either be 2 or 3 bedroom homes with 1 or 2 baths, and the materials must be cost effective. And the projects have to meet Housing New Mexico or MFA's standards. So the eligible home buyer would be somebody who they would take their annual salaries or the area medium income, and it'd be 150% of what the area medium income would be at that time. They have not released the numbers for the 2025. It's expected to have increased in San Miguel County. So once we get to that point, we will be able to get a better idea of what that number would be, and it would show where the incomes would be for the people who would be allowed to buy it. They estimate that the sales prices should be approximately $250 to $325. I would hope that we could try to keep it in the lower number. That would be our goal. It would depend on what builders, when we go out with RFPs or to get bids on the project. And the affordability period continues. So if somebody buys it under the affordability period, when they would go to resell, that buyer has to qualify under that 150% range. So that way we keep out somebody slipping under the radar, buying that property and wanting to flip it for a lot higher amount of money. We want to be able to keep it so that we fit those guidelines and keep it affordable for our workforce housing. So this is a concept sketch. Council has seen this before. This was done by money paid from the Northeast New Mexico Economic Development Division. And they paid for this concept drawing. It showed that if we go with this, we would be able to replat for 13 lots. Again, this is not final. This is just a concept that gave us the ideas of what we could do to go forward. And again, here was their concept drawing of the properties. So they're nice looking properties. And again, this is not final. You know, we started in infancy steps. We're moving forward today. If you allow us to rezone, then we can continue to move forward and hopefully make progress. Some of us attended the Economic Development Conference up in Raton a month or so ago. And one of the things that we constantly heard was, do it. If you're going to talk about it, that's one thing, but do it. Make sure that you continue and push forward. So that's what we're doing here tonight. Thank you.
Just to make a quick point too, you know, the houses will start around 250,000. You know, it was brought up in the meeting and we did have a remark that they thought that was low income housing. That's why we would like Natasha to speak once again as to what it's not low income housing. And I just want to make sure that it's expressed to the council just for your, just to satisfy your minds. I'm sorry, Natasha. Go ahead.
Mayor, counselors, not that your director puts me on the spot or anything, but I'm here to help. Las Vegas is one of our communities. A low-income family of 4 is less than 85,000 for everybody in the household. So that means mom and dad have to be making that. We have, like I was talking about Hatma a while ago, we have families that we're going to have to give notices to that are going to have to vacate our properties because of the new ruling that came through. It's statutory, so we have no choice. So a lot of individuals that start in our program are college students. They're going to school, they're in college, they graduate, they start teaching at our local schools. We know educators don't make too much money. You guys a lot of you have been on school boards. So 2 teachers, they're over the income threshold for my program, but they still can't necessarily afford a home by the standards and the market prices here in Las Vegas. You have to make at least a joint income of, I would say, $120,000 to qualify for a $250,000 home. So that means, you know, they would have to do that. And we also don't want to put our citizens in a place where they can't afford or we're setting them up for failure. So I think a lot of these lower priced homes would be helpful, especially new infrastructure. It's just going to be helpful for our community. So they are not low income, but we have a lot of individuals in my program throughout all of our counties that aren't necessarily qualified for our program. And I have a waiting list. So it's hard for me on both areas because we tell them they're no longer qualified for our program. They can't afford to live in Las Vegas based off of the wages and the price of housing. So what happens? We lose professionals from our community that are servicing our community, and they go elsewhere. They go back, they go to Rio Rancho, they go to Santa Fe. So we want to keep them here. We want to see the success stories from our program for them, helping them all the way through college and then them moving on to being able to purchase a home such as the homes that you guys are planning on building. Thank you.
There's any questions in the public hearing?
Mayor and council, if I may, one other thing to think about. If we do build these 13 homes and we get 13 families to move into those homes, those 13 families lived somewhere else in Las Vegas. That now opens up 13 more homes for someone else to come into. So it becomes a domino effect. And I know we're not at that stage yet, but that's why we're trying to get there. That's why we're asking for the rezoning.
And I just want to make the comment that I know that when we presented this a couple months ago, just, you know, the concept, how many individuals, and I think we did a PSA and a story in the newspaper. Individuals have already kind of lined up and said, well, can we get on a waiting list? So that tells you right off the bat that, you know, it's not going to be difficult for these 13 homes to get purchased. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So see no more comments, Councilman Montoya.
You know, this is a property that we got, that was donated to the city of Las Vegas, the adjoining properties. You know, I was a young kid when the Alto Supper Club existed and it was jamming. It was a place to go in Vegas. I have beautiful pictures of it when it was in great shape. And I have bad pictures when it was in bad shape. You know, the owner, after the city talked to him, he couldn't afford to abate it. So he donated this property to the city of Las Vegas. You know, and thank you to him. And I wish more people would do that same thing, because we have a lot of homes that are abandoned, that are boarded up, Lincoln, Union, you name it, all over town. And I wish, and the people move away and they leave them boarded up. They don't rent them out, they don't do anything with them. And I wish they donated more people would donate to the city that way. That's how come I really pushed for last year's and this year's $100,000 in abatement fund. We made sure that that wasn't left out of our budget to utilize it for those cases where we have to really use it. Now we have about eight to 12 homes that are still you guys are looking at, that is, they're on your list, on your radar, that will come to mayor and council down the road. I mean, we have abated probably 7 properties in the last 2 years or so in the city of Las Vegas. Some of this, you know, we have 800 vacant properties in the city of Las Vegas where we could develop homes for people. This is one program that is great for Las Vegas. We fit in like a glove. I know I've sent out some emails to our previous manager and our city manager now about that training that was in Raton, and also about the funding that is available through the New Mexico Finance Authority in Albuquerque. The governor put in billions of dollars into that fund. This year's funds, I think, are 14 or 13 billion dollars for housing needs. And Las Vegas can take advantage of those properties. And we have some right across on, 2nd Street on across Robertson football fields. We have other properties that the city of Las Vegas, and we have the housing that I think that housing could donate and work with us on Mills Avenue down the road in the future. And anyway, you know, this is the right direction to go. I think, you know, we need to help ourselves. And I think this is an awesome project. And I won't be here to see it being completed, but, you know, there's been that other organization where we helped them out with building homes back through housing back in the days for people that didn't have a home. And we have like 5 houses in Vegas that they were acquired that way. And people are still occupying them. So it works. And the program works, the low interest rate works, and the whole works. So I'm happy the city of Las Vegas is finally moving into that direction. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Motion to return to regular session.
Mayor, I'll go ahead and move to return to regular session.
Motion by Councilman Martinez. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Olivari. Roll call.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Olivari? Counselor Casey? Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Have a motion by Counselor Martinez, a second by Counselor Olivari. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Martinez.
I will move to approve the ordinance 2510, an amendment to the city of Las Vegas official zoning map from R3 mixed residential zone to C1 neighborhood commercial zone to an R2 multifamily residential zone for property located at 659 Sapio Street, Las Vegas, New Mexico, as requested by City of Las Vegas.
By Councilman Martinez, second by Councilor Casey. Roll call.
Counselor Olivari? Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Martinez, a second by Counselor Casey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Mayor,
you.
and thank you, council, and I want to thank Natasha Martinez for helping us out with this. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys.
And I think the big part of this is to show housing and HUD that we could be great partners moving forward.
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Anaya?
Mr. Mayor, if I could, I just wanted to thank Scott, Lucas and Natasha as well. And to go to what Scott said, vision and foresight from the mayor and council and staff to get to this point. From my perspective, been there, done that. Let's keep doing it. There's a lot of opportunity. I know where the rocks are to get the money and to help us bring it in and help us get it done too. So I look forward to being part of that team and that process that you, the mayor and council have developed and working with this team and Natasha. And I think I would say it on the record openly. I was part of some of the discussions associated with Mills Avenue and would love the opportunity to work with the Regional Housing Authority in partnership with the city to fill that property back with houses and do what we can together. So just want to put that on the record and look forward to that opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, this is huge for the community, and this, it's important that, this first step was done here before the end of the year, just so the community knows that, we did this. It wasn't just myself or manager or staff. This was, one joint effort that we got this started, because I think it's probably the first step in any housing project in over 20 years, probably. So it's huge. Thank you, council.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving on to our next item, request approval of the 2026 holiday leave and pay period calendar for the City of Las Vegas employees. We have our HR representative, Ms. Consuelo Gallegos.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. I am here tonight to request the approval of the 2026 holiday leave and pay period calendar for the City of Las Vegas employees.
Councilors, do you have any questions? Mr. Casey?
A question, I think it's me with not seeing the colors very clearly when I was counting the days. So one page shows 17 days. And then when I counted them just now, I only counted 16. And then the next page shows a listing without the calendar, and that has 15 days. So can you just tell me what I'm doing wrong so that I know how many? Yeah. So is it 15 days or is it?
It's 17 days.
17 days, okay. And that the additional days come from the half-day holidays?
I think it's the color. So if you look on like the request for the January 2nd date, that's actually a pay date and a holiday. So it's the
Okay,
colors
so
are,
that's probably the one that I missed.
that's
Okay.
what it is, yes.
Okay, yeah.
And I can definitely work on different colors if that would help.
I don't worry about it because, I'm not an employee and but I was just kind of curious and I kept looking at it and I thought, maybe I'm just not seeing it quite right. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
There. Mayor, I just want to state on the record that not every entity throughout the country treats their employees the way the mayor and council treats their employees relative to holidays. And I just want to put that on the record that the mayor and council have been very supportive of staff and acknowledging and recognizing those holiday days, and they're greatly deserved for the staff that receive them. And so I thank the mayor and council for the past determinations. It really does set a framework of how mayor and council feel about their staff. Thank you.
Yeah, going down the list, I see 15 plus a personal holiday, 16. Where's the 17th one?
This is counting.
It's 15, yes, I apologize. It is 15, and then the personal holiday is.
What's that?
Yes, there's 15. I apologize. I did.
So it's 16.
Yes, it's
Okay.
16, which includes the personal holiday.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Mayor, you know, we talk a lot up here sometimes, you know, I do. But when it comes down to helping our employees, you know what, I speak out. When bonuses come around, when raises come around, I speak out because it's important to match what we say. And to me, I think all these holidays are important for our families. We say we're a family up here with our city of Las Vegas, and we want them to enjoy the holidays. Unfortunately, our police department, fire department, our public works, they have to work long hours, night hours, early hours, while everybody else is sitting at home at the table, having dinner, warm, and the whole works. You know, city manager has done a great job about letting people, employees early on snow days. And for the East-West game, I think that week he gave 4 hours administrative off. And mayor supports that because we understand that it is important for employees to be happy at home as well as at work. If they're not happy at home, they're not gonna be happy at work. So to me, I support this and I'm glad, you know, budget wise, I don't know what it costs. I don't know, 280,000. I don't know how much it costs. But to me, it doesn't matter. On this item, it does not matter. Because this is something that we, in appreciation, should all support. I know we increased it in the last 5 years by a day or two, and rightfully so. And with that, Mr. Mayor, you know, if there's no further discussion, I would like to make a motion on this.
Motion by Councilman Montoya,
To
second by
approve
Councilor
the
Casey.
2026 holiday leave and pay period calendar for the city of Las Vegas employees. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Motion by Councilman Montoya, second by Councilor Casey. Roll call.
Counselor Martinez,
Yes.
Counselor Olivari, Counselor Montoya,
Yes.
Counselor Casey. I have a motion by Counselor Montoya, second by Counselor Casey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
I know that was the holiday calendar, but I'm gonna ask Mr. Manager as we move forward, is that I know parades, you know, those one parade that, you know, I know we have a lot of staff and we talk about community moving forward. Maybe I know that's under the personnel rules that you have the authority to let early, but I really, you know, we have a lot of staff that have families or, you know, they're part of the schools that I think looking forward, if we could look into that, those things. Thank you.
Absolutely, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Moving on to our next item, Mr. Mayor, request approval of resolution number 2553, authorizing submission of the area plan to non-metro area agency on aging for the City of Las Vegas Senior Center program. We have our Community Services Director, Ms. June Tafoya.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and City Manager. I'm requesting the approval of Resolution 2553, permission to submit the 2026 to 2030 request for proposal. Amendment number 1 for the provision of older New Mexicans on behalf of the City of Las Vegas. This RFP will carry the senior program from July 26th through June 30th of 2030. This proposal is for state and federal funding. The attached proposal is a preliminary copy of the previous RFP, being that I unintentionally did not save my work in the Word software correctly. So I had to re-prepare and redo the RFP a second time. And with Counselor Casey's editing expertise, I got my final proposal ready for submission tomorrow morning with your approval. With that said, I stand for any questions.
Mr. Mayor. Mayor, members of the council, I want to state on the record that there was definite challenges associated with prior reports that I saw with the senior program. The leadership, mayor and council made some adjustments, and in front of you, you have Mr. Foya, who has an awesome staff that's worked very diligently to rectify some of those prior challenges, but not only rectify prior challenges, but also attain stronger relationships with Area Agency on Aging. That I was part of an audit review closeout session that occurred that demonstrated not only compliance with the requirements, but also noting noted improvement from prior audits. And so I think it's worthy of putting on the record. I noted in my report, we did go around and get feedback from our seniors at all three sites that we fully intend on implementing within the resources and programs around senior funding. So there are challenges from time to time. We acknowledge those, and our director Tafoya acknowledges those, and we'll work on those with customer service and communications. But I'll tell you, overall, the work and the employees do an outstanding job in providing services to the seniors. And I'll tell you, they're the ones that told us that. The seniors themselves told us the appreciation that they had for the staff and the work that happens, at the same while asking for other things and other programs that we could augment to support other needs and requests from the seniors. So a continued work in progress, but I did want to provide that additional information on the record. In the eyes of the state and the Area Agency on Aging, we're doing excellent work, and we'll continue to build upon that moving forward.
Mr. Manager, and I want to add to that also is that for the first time, I've sat on the North Central Board for 3 years now. And every year we have a retreat in July. And this past July, when I attended that retreat, previous 2 years, it was either we were in trouble or we were on probation. So for the first time, I went over there and I asked, okay, so how are we doing? And they said, we have no complaints whatsoever. So that was, in 3 years to have heard that, that means a lot. So thank you, June. And I think I had to what Robert says, and I mean, we have little bumps that, we'll have issues like anybody else, but to hear from them that we're not on probation or we're having issues, that says a lot. So thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Ulibarri. Thank you.
Thank you, June. It's a big program for our seniors. I spend a lot of time there. I talk to almost everybody around there because they're close to me. They're close to the city. They're close to our senior care, and they believe on that. They believe on the how you manage that place, how you serve your food, how your employees work. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to the whole city. I just want to thank you for the program that you're working with to make it better.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to say, since you came on board as the director for the senior centers, we've had nothing but positive, outcomes from it. And, where we were before that, things weren't looking well. And possibly even at a point where we could lose those programs. So it's come a long way, and I give you and your staff all the the kudos for that, because it couldn't have happened any other way. The right direction took place, and it's evident that we're doing the right things for that program. So I do appreciate what you do on a daily basis. And we're all gonna get to that point, okay? So hopefully there's enough food for all of us too, okay? So thank you, June, thank you.
Mr. Casey?
Thank you. When I was reading this, the document that was in our packet, our original packet, I knew that there was something desperately wrong. And I thought, this doesn't sound like June at all. And so I noted every error, marked every page, highlighted everything that was incorrect. And luckily, I met up with her out in the lobby yesterday. And so I said, June, oh my goodness. And so she explained what had happened. And she said, I am working on it. I will get you a corrected copy. And she did that. She sent it to me last night. And I kind of skimmed it last night. And then this morning I got up and reread all 28 pages and added a couple of still errors that were very minor that were still in there. And she corrected them. And I want to commend June for the wonderful work that she did on this document that we are going to be sending in. And I can attest, I will swear that it is like 100% better than what was in the packet. Because when I read the packet one, I almost was like, oh my God, we can't send this in. It's horrible, it has too many mistakes. So I knew that it was something that was not a product that June normally provides us. And so I just want to let everybody know that I am very comfortable in voting for this document, that I know that she corrected the way it was supposed to be done. And it was very well written with a lot of detail. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. With that, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the authorization to submit the area plan to non-metro area agency on aging in the San Miguel County Senior Center program for the city of Las Vegas.
Second, motion to approve by Councilor Casey, second by Councilman Olivari. Roll call.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Martinez?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
Counselor Olivari? I have a motion by Counselor Casey, a second by Counselor Olivari. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
And I'm just gonna make a couple comments. First of all, thank you for, involving the senior center in events. I know you did it for one of the parades. Now, well, two of them, and then now, the light parade. I think that shows that, we want the seniors to be a part of our any event that we're having. I know that the manager and staff is looking at ways to get our seniors out at the Luces in El Rio because, for whatever reason, maybe they can't or it's not accessible. So they're working on that. Of course, we want to make sure it's safe and compliant. So we're making sure of that. And last but not least, I just want to ask, is there going to be security? Because I know a couple counselors here donated some money for some pool tables, and I think they're going to be fighting for that. So you might need some extra security on that.
Counselor Ulibarri will be there as security.
Thank you, counselors, for that.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
The seniors will appreciate it, as I am a senior as well.
I think they're going to start fighting for those pool tables.
Thank you, guys.
I have to comment on the pool tables, Mayor and Council. Councilman Martinez and Councilman Ulibarri provided resources to do those tables. Not a large expense in dollars, but a huge impact to those seniors that play every day, that are there visiting, talking about their lives and the city and what they're going to do in the coming days and weeks for the holiday season. So just a shout out to them for that, and to all the council for their continued support, and yourself, Mayor, of seniors and their involvement in the city and city events. When we brought up the discussion on taking the seniors around, we started kicking around UTVs, horses, vehicles, whatever we need to, but we'll be mindful of safety and security. We stressed out Adrian, our safety officer, to no end, but we'll absolutely be careful and cautious, but ready to help get more seniors to be able to see that beautiful sight.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Manager. I do visit the seniors a lot. I talk to them because we're almost in the same kind of age and I gave them a lot of carrilla because they complain about this, complain about that. And I'm, what are you complaining about? Are you complaining about your house? We do our best. The city does a good job. We feed our people around town, and that's one of the things they play pool, they see TV, they interact with everybody and talk to everybody, and they love it. They love it, and the things that it's so beautiful to have people smile at you or smile at the city, what they're doing, and we do our best, and we're always going to do our best because we're going to take care of our seniors as much as we can. Thank you for the city, and thank you for the council, thank you for the managers, thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you, counselors, and I'm looking at Lucas and Chief Span, because we're the same age, so we have a lot to look forward to here in 10 years, so. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, moving on to our next item, business item number 6, request approval of resolution number 2554, a budget adjustment for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. We have our finance director, Mr. Morris Madrid.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This budget adjustment should have been brought to you in our last batch of budget adjustments. It's a housekeeping routine item. The fire department did get authority to carry over money from fiscal year 25 from the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management in the amount of 114,000. And your approval is required for us to include it in our operating budget.
Sir Casey?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The grammar police is back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when I get my packet, I read every single word. And so, if you'll look at the third whereas, the second line, reads emergency management authoring. It should be authorizing the Las Vegas Fire Department fiscal year carryover. And then the next line, at the very end of the line, it says, should be as it meets the requirements. The H is missing on the word the. Okay, I'm done for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. With those recommended changes.
Mr. Madrid, so how come this funding wasn't spent?
I can't answer that, Councilor.
Mr. Anaya?
I'm not sure, Counselor. I can ask the chief. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll take I think a vague guess in my memory is it was intended for personal protective equipment and regular equipment. And that equipment could not be delivered by the end of the fiscal year. Is that right, Chief? Okay. That's why. Thank you.
Mr. City Manager, Mr. Chief, you're talking about fire department equipment. How old is your equipment, or how do you change it? Change it every year, every 5 years, 3 years? What do you do?
Structured year by NFPA standard is only good for 10 years and it expires.
Every what?
10 years.
10 years?
It's certain that equipment based upon when we need it. I mean, now we're having to buy ballistic vests for our guys in case we ever need them. Hopefully it never happens, but.
What kind of equipment are you talking about?
Oh, give me 1 second. Can we get him a mic?
It's various equipment, sir, like bunker gear and equipment for the trucks. It's on. blinking up. Axes, hand tools, items like that, hoses. Last year we actually spent $37,000 in fire hose replacement. Cause that can get damaged just on a fire within a few minutes. So it's replacing and maintaining all of our equipment we need.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's the pleasure of the council.
I move that we approve, resolution, 2554 for the budget adjustment that was just presented.
Motion by Counselor Casey, second by Councilman Montoya. Roll call.
Yes.
Counselor Montoya,
Yes.
Counselor Casey, Counselor Martinez.
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Casey, a second by Counselor Montoya. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
We adjourn.
Second. Motion by